Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about why people are buying gold, why countries are buying gold. The gold to real estate ratio, it's really important. I want to remind everyone that has the real estate crash course, go check out the video I did on the golden opportunity. It's called the golden opportunity. It's somewhere in the table of contents. I added that a couple months ago about the gold to real estate ratio. It's really important. We're going to talk about China and why it's important, because China's coming up with its own new currency, and part of its currency plan is to be backed in gold. As a matter of fact, China's had a gold-backed yuan denominated bond, I say that fast 3 times, for quite some time now. And it is important because as economies collapse, they always go back to a gold standard and then they destroy them over time, and then they go back to a gold standard. There is a cycle in everything. But the gold to real estate ratio is very important. You know, I'm going to throw out some numbers, ballpark numbers. When gold went down, it was around 600 bucks, down near the bottom of the, oh gosh, where was that? 2007? If you had an ounce of gold and you were looking at the median home price in the nation, and you held that ounce of gold till what, 2010, 2011, that gold went from what, $600-700 bucks to $1,800-1,900. In that amount of time, houses dropped. Your leverage, your dollar leverage to real estate increased dramatically. And then if you added on top of that leverage from, you know, borrowing money from a bank, using your gold as a down payment, were able to buy so much real estate. It was crazy. So why I invest in gold. I vault it. I'm actually going to do a video on how I vault it on Monday, I think it comes out, but on the Economic Ninja channel. But that's not what this is about. Here, let's start with this. China's gold rush, world-leading jewelry surge, shows how other investments have lost their shine. Now, jewelry is just one aspect of gold investing. I do not recommend that. I like buying gold at the cheapest price, so I like to buy the cheapest per ounce price of gold. Jewelry is not going to be that, but there are a lot of people that go, hey, if I'm going to invest in it, I might as well enjoy it. Well, I have gold jewelry too, but honestly, I buy mine used at a pawn shop, okay? So I have a friend, he just retired. I can't stand that, but you got to retire sometime. He's laughing at this video right now, I guarantee it. Ken, he would just sell me the jewelry that he couldn't sell at spot price, because he's like, hey, I'm either going to sell it to melt it down or I'll sell it to you for spot price. So I loved it. So the older jewelry, I would buy it for me and my wife, and that's what we'd enjoy it. But that was an investment to us, right? I didn't pay anything over. Sometimes jewelry markup for golds is like 400%. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, here we go. If you want to start a side hustle, start a jewelry store, or actually start a pawn shop that sells jewelry. Says here, China has overtaken India as the world's #1 consumer of gold jewelry, with gold becoming increasingly sought after as a safe haven investment against the backdrop of a dismal real estate market and volatile stocks that have wiped out considerable wealth. Gold jewelry consumption reached 630 tons in China last year, according to the World Gold Council in 23. Report published on Wednesday, representing an annual increase of 10%. Surveys from the People's Bank of China show that the saving intentions of households hovered around record highs in 2023, and this benefited gold, given its long-held status as a store of value, the report said. And asset volatility was heightened by China's ailing property and stock markets, a weak yuan, and unstable political environment. More Chinese people have turned to gold, viewing it as the best means of preserving their wealth. I got to tell you a story about my cousin and going into a jewelry store, a pawn shop a little while ago. Give me a second for that. It says, despite a broader global decline, annual investments in gold bars and coins also surged in China by 28% in 2023, year on year, to 280 tons, the report said. Hey, do me a favor, type a bunch of crap in the, the live chat so we can get the algos woken up. Thank you. Oh, not crap, just hashtag gold. Gold. I love gold. The smell of it, the taste of it. I'm not going to finish that one. All right, finish it down below and let me know what movie that came from. The lack of alternatives and a hedge against current volatility, along with the continued purchases by the People's Bank of China, have been what ninja? What they put in this coffee? I don't care. It's delicious. The prominent Holy cow. Drivers of the resilient demand in China, the report said. China's central bank also led the pack as the largest single gold buyer last year, reporting a total rise of 225 tons in its gold reserves over a year, which marked its highest annual addition since 1977, according to the report. I'm going to stop here and tell you a story about a YouTuber. I got to tell you a story. There was one of those YouTube channels I was really trying to help a long time ago. You know, I was helping people get big on YouTube because I'm like, if I want to get big, I got to help other people get big. I got to make other people get big. If you want to be a success, you got to make other people a success. That's how it works in this life. He lost his mind and he started railing against gold. Railing against it. And I see it usually, the demons come out when you start talking about gold because it's God's money. And I'm not joking. I'm not Robert Kiyosaki full of crap. I'm being honest here. It is God's money because I believe in God. And you don't have to believe in God to understand that, that the one that created this earth, God, the great I am, created gold. And gold's very valuable. There's only so much of it, and it takes a lot of energy to go and get it. And when it's refined down, it's rare, it's pure, it's amazing. It puts out an amazing frequency. It's the money of kings, right? And so when you talk to people, they usually lose their minds when they're not in their right mindset about it. And I'm not one of those guys that are saying gold's going to $50,000. In a hyperinflation scenario, sure it can. I've seen that. It's just reality. That's how it works in Venezuela and Argentina, Germany, Weimar Republic, all that kind of stuff. That's how it works. Turkey, go look at Turkey's gold price. But I do believe that it will be worth more in the future than it is today. Now, will it go down in dips and valleys? And I'm like, yes. But over time, the Federal Reserve wants to destroy your purchasing power. So gold will go up in price, right? So here's the whole point. I invest in it because I want it to be a hedge against hard times and inflation, but also I want it to be a bigger bartering tool, not a bartering like I'm going to go trade you something. I'm going to go hand it into the bank and get more fiat cash to go buy cash flowing assets like real estate, okay? That's why I invest in it. Now, I'm not just investing in gold and holding on to it to go to like 2-3 times its value and not buying real estate. I still look at real estate. There are real estate deals out there today. You just got to know where to find them. You've got to go, and you know how you go find them? This is the craziest story ever. You just look a lot. Because the more you look, the more deals you go and figure out, the more deals you work through on paper, more likeliness you're going to find somebody that's really desperate or doesn't know what they have, and you're going to go crush it. Let me tell you that story about LA. I'm with my cousin. One of my cousins does not want to buy gold, right? And we went to a pawn shop, and gold was probably about, if I had to guess, I don't know, $1,400 an ounce. Silver was probably $15 an ounce when we went there. And I was talking to the pawn shop owner, and they were telling me about how most of their jewelry they just take down to melt at the jewelry center down in LA. And they told me it was all Chinese driven, all ran. They had everything. You bring in the gold, they weigh it, they assay it, then you go into another thing, you get your check, and then it's melted down and put on a ship to China. He says, it's insane how fast we get our money. And what's happening is China has set up these agreements with all these stores to sell them their gold, and they're just shipping American gold off to China. China also has made it illegal to sell gold out of their country. They do it a little bit through their mint where they go, here's some gold pandas, enjoy. But by and large, they do not allow gold miners to sell their gold to other countries. China says, we're going to buy it at the going rate. China is sucking up all the gold and they're destroying our country, our economy. But what's crazy is it's because we're letting them do it. So I want to throw this out to you. This isn't financial advice, but wealthy people and kings own gold. Why wouldn't you have just 1 ounce? Or silver, why wouldn't you just have 1 ounce? If you can't afford gold, you own silver. And the cool thing is, in your mind now, you become elite because now you've invested like the elite. It's like having a little bit of Bitcoin. Very few people do. Say, I invest like the elite. And then what that does is it changes your perspective on everything. I'm not telling you to go put all your money into it. I'm just asking you, why don't you have it? There are people that get straight up offended. When I see people get offended by something, that's usually a good sign to me that I'm on the right track. Like that YouTuber screaming and railing against gold. He's been doing that ever since gold was like $1,600, $1,700. All right, who's the loser? Well, truth is, nobody really knows it. He is. Because he's going to lose everything. He already is. Well, there's always Bigfoot videos. All right, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. The Real Estate Ninja. Oh, hey, real quick. really blanking out here. That course that I put out a long time ago. I just put out a new, like a case study with Jesse, the real estate crash course. Go check that out because it goes more into depth in the deal, the duplex he bought. And then I've got another lesson coming on that is included. That's coming out in February. We are in February, sometime in February. It's like mid-February. And then I got another one for March, and I'm bringing on I'm really excited about a 40-year veteran in the mortgage market. And he's going to start teaching you guys things, amazing stuff about current trends in the mortgage market and how to go and get the best deal on mortgages, okay? All right, with that being said, the Real Estate Ninja, I can't even snap, it's cold out here, is out. See you guys. Thanks, Neil, for moderating.